Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Now, if you're new around here, we talk a lot about how to make cash flow and regular income from your investment portfolio. That's one of the main topics we talk about. And one of my favorite strategies that I like to talk about on this channel is called the wheel strategy. And we're going to get into that in this video. If you like content like this and you get to the end of this video and you think you obtained value out of it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really means a lot. We have crossed 2,000 subscribers and I want to get to 100,000 subscribers because my goal on this channel is to help you as an investor, as somebody who's looking to earn income on a regular basis from your portfolio, or even from, we talk about side hustles on this channel and how to earn income from alternative sources besides a regular corporate 9-to-5 job. So if you like those topics, consider hitting the subscribe button. With that being said, today we're talking about the options wheel strategy. And I've talked a lot about this strategy on the channel because, like I said, it's one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite strategy for investors out there. And if you know about the options wheel strategy, this might kind of sound like a broken record to you, but maybe you're new to options trading. Maybe you're looking at, you've heard of people trading SPY options, for example, which is the ETF we're going to talk about in this video. And you've heard of people trading these options and they're making all this money, but how are they actually doing that? Well, one way you can do this on a consistent basis and with less risk, in my personal opinion, is by doing this against, let's say, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF and doing this wheel strategy where I have this order ticket pulled up actually. And if you look at this, what we're doing is, the first thing you'll notice is that we have a sell to open. What we're doing is we're actually going to be selling or writing a put option in this case. And this put option is basically agreeing to buy 100 shares of SPY at the price of $562, and this option expires tomorrow. So as I'm making this video, it is September 16th. The trading day is almost over today. So what I'm going to do is enter this trade for tomorrow. And as you'll see here, this number, $150. This is immediately what we are going to receive into our account for selling this option. And so the idea here is that with the wheel strategy, the entire strategy involves, first of all, we sell a cash secured put. So that's the first step that we're on right now, is when we look at my Fidelity account here, I'm actually entering a trade for a cash secured put. And in simple terms, a cash secured put is basically getting paid to buy a stock or ETF because you're getting money, you're getting this $150 credited into your account. And so what's happening is you're actually earning this money. It's going into your account right away. That is yours to keep no matter what happens. Now you'll see right here this max loss. I had a comment in my last video talking about how I need to discuss how this max loss is factored in, which is a good point. And the max loss would be if SPY, or the S&P 500 ETF, or the entire stock market basically, went to zero. Okay, so if essentially what I'm doing here is I'm collecting 151 minus the 65 cents, 150.35 is my net profit. But the max loss is basically how much I would lose if the stock market went to absolute zero. So the U.S. economy collapses, every company in the S&P 500 goes bankrupt. This max loss right here is what I would lose. Okay, so that's important to consider, especially when you're doing this against individual stocks, because we know most likely, 99.999% certainty, if not even greater than that, that every single company in the S&P 500 is most likely not going to go bankrupt by tomorrow, September 17th. Because what happens is, let's say this ETF finishes above 562 by tomorrow. So let's say it finishes at 562 and 39 cents, as you can see here. If that's the closing price as of tomorrow, then this option expires worthless, because what I'm doing is I'm agreeing to buy this stock at 562 up until the end of trading day, September 17th, 2024. And by taking that risk, I'm collecting 150 right away, 150 bucks. Now, you could technically do this every day. That's the entire goal, right? So if we could do this every day, then we could collect over $100 for doing so. However, one other consideration with this strategy is, yes, we're entering into this cash secured put trade. That's the beginning of the wheel strategy, which means we're basically selling a put on a stock, or an ETF in this case, that you would be happy to own at a certain price. However, that's just the first step, right? We also have to think about how much are we putting up for this trade. Well, we know what our max loss is, 56,000, and we know that we're buying this at 562. Another important consideration, especially if you're new to options, is that one options contract equals 100 shares. So what that means is we have a quantity of 1. That means we're selling one cash secured put to collect this 150. But in order to collect that 150, what's the saying, right? It takes money to make money. In this case, we have to have a portfolio value of $56,000, because if you take 100 shares times 56 or 562, it tells you that we need $56,200 in collateral in order to make this trade happen. So once we have that collateral, we can go ahead and enter into this trade. And what that means is we can then sell this cash secured put, collect the 150, and by doing so, we can earn our premium right away, because like I said, that money is yours to keep no matter what. And so the idea here is that if we can do this on a consistent basis, let's say 3 to 5 times per week on the SPY, then we can go ahead and collect, let's say 150 times, even if we do 4 trades a week, that's going to be over $600 within that week. If we do it 5 times in a week and we're able to collect $150, $750, and all we're doing is putting up roughly 56,000, I believe it was, yeah, 56,000 in collateral, 100 times 562. So you can see how this can really add up. Now, it takes money to make money, but the good news is we can do this in rotation. So that's just the first part of the strategy. Once we actually, let's say, get long the SPY, okay, so now we own 100 shares. Now, how would that happen? Well, if this option at 562 by tomorrow, let's say if the SPY, this price right here, is actually 561. In that case, we would be assigned to the stock, because we're taking the risk that the SPY does not, or the SPY does not go below 562 by close tomorrow, September 17th, 2024. So if it does go under 562, we still keep this 150 no matter what, but then we have to buy the stock at 562. Well, what happens in that situation? Now that SPY is trading at 560, 561, well, now what we can do is we can turn around, and in some cases you can hold and collect dividends. So in the SPY's case, there's not really going to be dividends to collect. There might be a very small amount. I haven't even checked the SPY dividends and how much they pay. Let's see if FinViz. So it pays a 1.22% dividend yield. The point is, the next step is to sell covered calls. So we can kind of skip over the dividends here. I'm not really worried about that in this video. But really what we're doing with the wheel strategy is we're first selling cash secured puts, and then we're selling covered calls. So that's the other thing. Now, a covered call, instead of getting paid to buy a stock, or an ETF, we're getting paid to sell the stock or the ETF, which means we're agreeing to do this at the strike price. And this same thing. So call option in this case, we simply switch from put to call. We still have 100 shares we're working with. Remember, in this case, since SPY finished below 562 on the expiration day, which is tomorrow, let's say it's finished at 561, now we own 100 shares. Well, now we want to try to make more income on our position. So what we're going to do is switch from selling a cash secured put to selling a covered call. Now, when we're selling the covered call, you'll see here that if we assume, let's just do 563 to make it easy. That's what we'll use since it's out of the money slightly. We'll say that it's slightly out of the money. We'll change it up a little bit. Maybe the SPY's bounce back a little bit to 562. Let's go ahead and sell this 563 strike option though. And as you can see, this one also expires tomorrow. So on the call side, you can see that we're collecting $140 in this case. So is it possible to make over $100 doing this every single day? Yes, absolutely. And the good thing is about this strategy, you might not need as much collateral as you think. Now, one thing to always consider with the SPY is that the market's always moving. So you always have that risk of the share price and volatility and things like that. So ideally, we're doing this so frequently that we can switch our positions around if needed. You know, maybe we win these trades 8 out of 10 times. Maybe we lose 2 out of 10 times. That's called the delta. And that's something else to consider, is how much are you willing to take? What's your risk on the direction of the ETF on the put side and the call side? How far away otherwise is the strike price from the actual price of the option, right? So the strike price from the actual price of the ETF. So what that means is basically the further away you go on the call side, let's say at 565, you're collecting less premium. You're collecting less than $100 per day now, but your delta is lower, right? So the idea is we're going to be taking less risk that this goes into the money by tomorrow expiration. So the idea here is that we can continually make this work by doing this in rotation and by doing this on a frequent basis, 3 to 5 times per week, and we can make this happen. $100 a day is not unrealistic, and this is basically it. This is all we're doing. So we're selling this covered call right here, we're selling the cash secured puts, and we're doing it over and over and over again, and we're hoping to collect, let's say, $100 per day. We're putting up, in this case, at 564. We already owned our shares at 562. 100 shares is going to be over $56,000. But the idea is, if we can do this on a regular basis, then we can collect that constant cash flow, and we can do this nonstop. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something from this video. Check out the links in the description. If you're brand new to options trading and you're brand new to this wheel strategy, this may seem kind of complicated to you, but it doesn't have to be complicated. You can educate yourself on this stuff, learn more about it, think about how this actually works from a fundamental basis. We're first selling the cash secured put. We're agreeing to buy this ETF at an agreed upon strike price, so let's say 562. We're doing this day in and day out. As you can see, we have all these different expirations to choose from. And in the process of doing that, we're selling these put options, we're selling these call options, and we're collecting continual cash flow into our portfolio on a regular basis. And then once we get long the stock or the ETF, once we own the shares, we then switch to the call side and do the exact same thing, then back to the put side and vice versa. Now, there's a lot of different factors to consider with volatility and all that kind of stuff. That's why there's always risk. Think about delta, this concept of delta. I will leave this link in the description. This was a general overview of delta and how you can calculate it. You know, what's the risk of a certain move in the ETF's price or the stock's price. You can always factor this in as you're doing these trades to lower your risk, right? So depending on how much income you're seeking, you might be going for a higher delta. And if you want less income, think of it as lower delta, right? Lower volatility, or I'm sorry, lower chance of it going in the money, basically, from the options, you know, versus the actual price of the ETF. So, I digress. You may be totally confused right now, especially if you're brand new to this, but I encourage you to check the links out in the description if you want to learn more. Also, check out my other videos on the wheel strategy and how you can actually do this. This can be something for pretty much anybody with a portfolio size of $56,000. If you have $56,000 in a stock market portfolio, you can make this happen. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.